Picture this. You're stuck in traffic, the car horns are blaring, and your phone keeps buzzing with stressful updates. You feel your patience slipping, maybe even snapping at small inconveniences that shouldn't unnerve you as much as they do. In a world racing with news alerts and societal pressures, keeping calm can feel like an uphill battle. Yet, centuries ago, Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus offered a framework that can still guide us to serenity, even amid modern chaos. They believed that by focusing on what's within our control and letting go of what isn't, we can foster a resilient sense of peace. But what does Stoicism look like in an age of smartphones, social media, and global uncertainties? Today, we'll explore how Stoicism can be applied practically to our modern challenges, helping us cultivate unshakable calm and clarity, no matter what life throws our way. Stoicism emerged in the 3rd century BCE Athens, founded by Zeno of Citium, who taught on the Stoa Poikile, painted porch, hence Stoicism. Its ideas were refined by philosophers like Cleanthes, Chrysippus, and later the Roman Stoics, Seneca, Epictetus, and the Emperor Marcus Aurelius. Despite spanning centuries, Stoics share core tenets. Virtue is the highest good. Emotions result from our judgments, and we should align our inner life with nature's rational order. These principles might sound abstract, but they developed in a time of turmoil, political strife, personal losses, and everyday stress. Stoicism was never a theoretical exercise. It was a practical guide. Roman Stoics especially turned these ideas into daily practices for mental resilience. Today, we find we can adapt those same techniques: negative visualization, the dichotomy of control, mindful reflection, to navigate modern anxieties like digital overwhelm, uncertain economies, and interpersonal conflicts. Modern life can feel relentless. We juggle career goals, personal growth, family obligations, and a bombardment of notifications. Stoicism resonates because it addresses the universal question: how do I remain steady amid chaos? In a culture that prizes external success and invites endless comparison through social media and material benchmarks, Stoicism reminds us that true peace and character lie in our internal choices. We can't control viral news cycles or abrupt societal shifts, but we can control our mindset. We can't prevent every negative remark or conflict, but we can decide whether to react with anger or understanding. Stoicism arms us with a clear directive. Focus on what's within your power, your thoughts, intentions, actions, and let go of what isn't. This approach can be a literal lifesaver for emotional well-being in a world that often demands more than we can realistically handle. We've seen that Stoicism offers a steady compass in a hectic world. But which specific ideas stand out as most relevant today? Let's explore 4 pillars at the heart of Stoicism, each carrying profound implications for modern challenges. Dichotomy of control. The bedrock of Stoic practice. Distinguish what's truly under your control, your actions, your perspectives, from what isn't, others' opinions, the weather, outcomes. Then invest energy only in what you can influence. Virtue as the only good. Stoics hold that virtue, wisdom, courage, justice, self-control, is the sole true good. Everything else, wealth, status, being indifferent. In modern times, focusing on moral excellence over external validation can keep us grounded. Emotional management. Stoics see emotions not as enemies, but as products of our judgments. By examining our beliefs, we can transform anger or fear into more balanced responses. Think of it like updating the filter through which we interpret events, living in accord with nature. For the Stoics, nature implies rational harmony, recognizing we're part of a larger order, not the center of the universe. In modern terms, it's humility, perspective, and cooperation with the flow of life rather than fighting reality. These pillars are timeless, bridging classical philosophy and modern existence. To see Stoic principles at work, let's drop into two common predicaments, one in a busy corporate setting, another entwined with social media overload, and discover how a Stoic mindset can bring calm and clarity. The corporate deadline. A project manager, Damon, is drowning in deadlines and rapidly changing directives. He's on the verge of burnout, resenting each new demand. Then he recalls Epictetus. It's not things that upset us, but our judgment about them. Damon identifies what he can control, his planning, communication, and attitude, and what he can't, the economy, his boss's mood. He sets clearer boundaries, delegates tasks where possible, and refrains from raging at every unexpected change. Though challenges remain, Damon's calm approach makes him more effective and less stressed. The social media overwhelm. Karen scrolls her social feeds nightly, feeling envy at others' curated successes. She remembers Marcus Aurelius's reflection, "Don't set your heart on so many things." Deciding to practice the dichotomy of control, she unfollows accounts that trigger negativity, invests time in relationships that matter offline, and focuses on her own goals. Freed from constant comparison, Karen experiences relief and reclaims mental space for personal growth. Both Damon and Karen find that Stoic principles, distinguishing controllable from uncontrollable, adjusting internal judgment, empower them to handle modern stressors with composure and purpose. How do we apply Stoicism in the here and now? Negative visualization. Spend a moment imagining losing something you take for granted, health, a friend, or daily comforts. Not to dwell on morbid thoughts, but to appreciate what you have and minimize complacency. Journaling at day's end. The Stoics recommended self-reflection. Write down what triggered frustration or anxiety. Ask, was this in my control or not? Over time, you'll see patterns in your emotional reactions. Morning intention. Remind yourself each morning, I'll encounter obstacles, but I will respond ethically and calmly. This set mindset readies you for unexpected stress. Stoic pause. If anger or worry flares, mentally label it. This is my judgment speaking. Step back and question, is this truly worth my peace? That brief pause can diffuse emotional impulsiveness. Reflection on virtue. Periodically consider if your actions align with wisdom, courage, justice, self-control. These virtues guide you to handle complexities ethically rather than impulsively. By integrating these practices, you reshape daily habits, forging a Stoic mental resilience that stands firm, regardless of external chaos. Some critics mistake Stoicism for emotional suppression. In reality, Stoics aim for emotional intelligence, acknowledging feelings without letting them derail reason. Seneca recognized anger as normal, but insisted we not feed it with catastrophic thinking. Marcus Aurelius openly recorded personal struggles in his meditations, not to deny them, but to reframe them through a lens of clarity and duty. In modern psychology terms, Stoicism fosters a healthy emotional regulation. You don't avoid emotions, you interpret them wisely. This mindset aligns well with today's mental health approaches, like cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, which encourages recognizing and challenging distorted thoughts to maintain psychological well-being. Thus, Stoicism and emotional intelligence go hand in hand, enabling us to approach daily triggers calmly and rationally. When adversity hits, job loss, conflict, health issues, Stoics remind us we can't control fate, only our response. Here's how. Acceptance, not resignation. Recognize reality as it is. Denying or wishing it away wastes energy. Instead, calmly accept the situation, then plan a virtuous, solution-focused response. Focus on character. If you lose money, your character remains. If someone wrongs you, your integrity can remain intact. Stoics see external events as indifferent, while moral virtue is paramount. Service and perspective. Sometimes helping others or adopting a broader perspective shrinks our personal woes. Epictetus said, "We're part of a grand community. Serving the common good can relieve self-centered worry." Learning from trials. Revisit Seneca's or Marcus Aurelius's works. Adversity often builds resilience and reveals hidden strengths. You refine yourself by how you endure hardship. With these steps, adversity becomes a stage to practice calm, ethical action, turning painful episodes into opportunities for growth. Today's culture encourages instant gratification. Buy more, hustle more, present a flawless online image. Stoicism counters that: simplicity over excess. Like minimalism, Stoicism champions self-control and focusing on needs versus fleeting wants. By scaling back, we free ourselves from consumer traps and mental clutter. Contentment over comparison. Our online world fosters envy. Stoics advise reflecting on what you already have, using negative visualization if necessary, to appreciate your current blessings instead of craving the illusions others display. Purposeful living. Stoics believe each action should align with virtue. Instead of mindlessly following trends, weigh whether a new purchase or pursuit actually serves your deeper goals. Inner scorecard. Instead of seeking likes or external praise, measure success by your adherence to wisdom, justice, courage, and self-control. This internal yardstick fosters true independence from social hype. Hence, Stoicism offers an antidote to consumerism's ephemeral rewards, guiding us to cultivate an inner sense of worth and direction. Adopting Stoicism isn't about memorizing old texts. It's about living these principles daily. Consider morning reading. Skim a passage from Marcus Aurelius or Seneca to set the tone. Let their insights color your day's approach. Micro-reflections. Pause midday to ask, am I letting external events control my peace? Realign your focus. Gratitude and negative visualization. Reflect each night on small blessings. Occasionally imagine losing them, fueling thankfulness. Mindful dialogues. If conflict arises, recall the Stoic principle. We are rational beings meant to cooperate. Tread carefully, seeking harmony rather than escalation. Commit to virtues. Each week, pick one Stoic virtue, like temperance, and watch for daily moments to practice it. Over time, these virtues shape your character, forging real, lasting tranquility. In an era of swirling demands, Stoicism stands as a time-tested blueprint for emotional resilience and moral clarity. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Modern life won't slow down just because we crave calm. But by applying Stoic concepts, focusing on what's within our power, practicing self-mastery, reframing adversity as opportunity, and grounding ourselves in virtue, we cultivate an inner sanctuary that no external chaos can breach. So the next time your phone buzzes with urgent notifications or you're stuck in a disagreement, remember, you control your perspective and your actions. Let the Stoic approach guide you toward equanimity, not by numbing feelings, but by rising above petty distractions, anchored in wisdom and courage. With Stoicism, we can face life's modern whirlwind, calmly turning each challenge into a chance to grow and live fully. Thank you for joining me on this journey.